But let's see here. But once we move on to the drafting phase for our second game, best of 3 series again, challengers. As we move on to the game 2. But Arctic, I think I love the trends now I'm seeing here for season 2 of AOV. I mean, season 1 was more of a stomp. I mean, we can't really sugarcoat it. But now for season 2, we're still seeing a bit of a stomp, but it's from the PH squad.
Yeah, I think it's just the same tier list that we have right here. If anything, I'm kind of interested in seeing who's managed to take a step further as far as improvement heading into season 2. Is it Singapore or Malaysia that could contend with Philippines this time around?
But I think every region is stepping up. It's the matter of fact of seeing. It's a matter of seeing which region is doing that extra effort, the small step that can lead to them for better preparation. Moving on to our game 2.
Yes, looks like Senial going to be banned out once again. Superman this time around, respecting that Samurai Gamers Halo can utilize it for themselves, going to take it away. And it looks like the hero that was banned out during game 1 earlier for match 2 is now going to be taking the stage as Samurai Gamers Halo lock him in straight away.
Alright, and now we're seeing the Kilgraph being taken away by M8D plus the Lubu. And now I'm curious, we're now seeing that we didn't see Kilgraph in our match 1, but now as the day progresses, Arctic, I think teams are catching up on it.
Oh yeah, and looks like as they catch up on it though, I'm wondering, can they see the same success that Jito did? Because earlier during match 1, it didn't really work out.
They're getting jealous. I think they're getting jealous of the success they're seeing, and they want to at least see the success on their side and try to bounce back in our match 2. But now I think we're seeing the Alice and the Joker. L'Oreal won the stable picks here, but now Chunknar being taken away by SGH. We did see them use that in our game 1, but now for MAD, they don't want to give that away.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because we did see a hover over the Chunknar earlier from Samurai Gamers, but you know, just kind of rethought that, hey, maybe we could utilize Alice a bit more better than M8 Dragon did. So looks like they're going to be locking up this composition with a Jinner.
Man, this takes me back, Arctic, way before season 1, that we always see Jinner being picked here. Ever since L'Oreal has been released, we don't see that much Jinner in the international, but now we're seeing it right now here in the wildcard stage. Looks like he will be going for the Flicker talent, so expect a surprising play with his Nirvana. But now a Violet for the last pick onto MAT. This is going to be the classic Violet to Joker trade.
Ooh, very classic indeed, but let's go ahead and see what elements each team has to work with to capitalize on these two prominent marksmen in AOV.
Yeah,
I'd say probably I'd have to actually lean once again towards Samurai Gamers Halo, because it's a pretty good balance here of having a good front line. They have the utility through the Alice, supplemented with further damage that they have from the other carries that they have on their squad. For M8HEXA Dragons though, a tad bit more linear. There are moments where in this Violet could shine. It's just that they have less to work with to... it's still, there's other elements that could carry aside from this Violet as well. So I think there's a bit more diversity with M8HEXA Dragons.
Unity and diversity, and also for more flavors in a dish, that's going to help. Maybe some adaptability as we can expect, and everything can happen in the battlefield. It's how you execute it and how you can adjust to it. As Arctic said, I mean, I do agree with you, Art. I mean, when you talk about something linear, it's kind of predictable, if you would say, and you could quickly read what can happen. But now, the thing about here is that I think we did hear this from our teams in the PH, that sometimes if they go for picks that it was random, catches off guard, that unpredictability, that extra flavor can really go a long way.
Whew. But I'm wondering, I'd say, well, again, when it comes to composition, because I'm trying to think of who do I favor in this once again. I'd actually, once again, have to give it to Samurai Gamers Halo. I mean, they pretty much got every single hero that they need to make this composition all the more fluid.
Hello.
So,
saying hello already. No sneaky invades happening here. But man, Arctic, this is going to be interesting to see that we're seeing 4 members of SGH were going for an invade, at least to throw.
yeah.
Okay, they're not giving up here. They're going for it. Oh, that is nice. But in the end, for MAT, they were able to secure the Sage buff. So the invade did not succeed, but at least they know what's happening across the map.
Yeah, it looks like the Kilgoth and Shotgun are going to try to mirror that invade that Samurai Gamers Halo went for, but it looks like they might actually get cut off since they did try to go for that maneuver later on in this game.
Some chip damage onto the Kilgraph there. Nothing substantial, nothing big that's going to happen here, guys. Not just yet. As we are just starting things out here at match point for SGH. M8D right now, I love how they're moving a bit differently. We did see this before. Maybe they need some time to adjust to go and be in their zone, because when you're talking about a match point game, this makes it more tense or gets your heart rate elevated. I mean, it's that extra pump that you need to perform better.
What's interesting here about Samurai Gamers, I feel like this is a classic composition that Alice really shines at, because you really want to make sure that you get these key carries like the Jin or like the Zephyr in on these fights right away, for example, to take down the squishier targets on M8HEXA Dragons. So we'll just have to see if SGH can execute. Meanwhile, looking at the composition that M8HEXA Dragons has, like I mentioned, it's a bit more balanced out here. They have a pretty solid front line, combining the Chognar, Kilgroth, to an extent Lubu as well. So there's definitely a little bit more safety for efforts to maneuver around, not to mention the Violet as well. Won't be easily accessible to SGH. If anything, that Zephys might be the one that needs to do work on that Violet later on.
And we have to watch out for the jungler here. I mean, Violet is level 4. The members are right now not yet reaching that spike in their ultimates being unlocked here. The first Abyssal is spawned right now. I think we did see some interaction, small, just chip damage there to just get the attention from SGH. But now, I like how the game's progressing here, because it's a bit slow-paced moving into our game 2 for SGH, trying their best to just not risk anything at all. I mean, we did see this before in our game 1 being translated in our second game.
In all fairness, I think the respect also comes from M8HEXA Dragons having a much more respectable draft heading into this. So if you notice, they can't really just go in right away, because, ooh, speaking of going in, M8D going in onto the jungle side of Samurai Gamers Halo.
And look at Longshan level 6. We did see this before, I mean, with the Murad being level 6, power farming its way in. And I think for M8D, with the level 6 Violet, they feel a bit confident here when going for that invade to get some buffs, deny some resources. But at least SGH, they know it, they respond to it, and they're not afraid to go for a contest in their own side. But now, I think we love to see the attention in the Dragon. Low on health, 1000 range. Oh yeah, that's gonna be M8D taking away the Abyssal Dragon. RVP did respond, but a bit too late. His ultimate was a bit delayed there. He did try to help out his team, but so late to the party, now forced to just back up. Getting chipped down one bit by bit by the L'Oreal and the Violet.
Man, Samurai Gamers positioning not quite on point right there because of how clumped up they were. Allowed M8D to dish out a substantial amount of damage.
Now look at RVP trying his best to deal some damage with the Malak, trying to go a step closer to take down JJC, but RVP was immediately stopped by the L'Oreal and the Violet.
Aside from that, because of the number of members SGH committed across the map, this is just a very classic Jake1 on the skill ground, pushing up, getting that shove in on while action is happening elsewhere on the map.
I mean, Kilgrad, what you expect from a Kilgrad is that you just push out the lanes, farm it up, tower farm your way in towards the late game. We did see that in our game 1 with great results, despite being the Superman falling to the hands of M8HEXA Dragons. Guess it was not utilized fully because of the fact that he was chained towards his own lane with the Kilgrad.
M8D clearly not playing any more games in this, and I think at the end of the day, Samurai Gamers, if they want to have at least a better time heading into those bigger fights, they have to be wary of their positioning, because being clumped up, you just allow elements like the Chognar, like the L'Oreal, to dish out the optimal damage.
Optimal damage is what they need to start things off here, Arctic, because for SGH, with the spike they're having here, they're showing confidence. Okay, that's going to be the Nirvana dealing AoE damage onto the Chognar, forcing him out of the fight. Looks like Jiro will take down the L'Oreal. And I think the Lubu did manage to just back away. But Jida's waiting in that brush, goes over that wall, goes straight for the Violet. Longshan has been taken down. That's going to be M8D backing up. JJC did try to help the Violet to cleanse out the CC, but was a bit too late. SGH again taking away some kills, but at least for Dragons, getting an equal trade-off.
Yeah, Jaquan again, in the midst of all that action that happened, in all fairness, that was by fight standards, probably Samurai Gamers Halo getting a bit more value out of that, but you also can't discount M8HEXA Dragons. Every time action happens on the map, it's more of an opportunity for Jaquan on the skill box to get shoves on lane.
Oh yeah, I mean, for SGH, I just love what they were doing. They're weaving in and out and also pacing themselves. That's very important. They know their health. We did see that before in the botting of RVP. He was going a bit forward. I want to take some kills, but then he saw Longchen chipping him down. Okay, never mind. I'll just back off. That's the thing that you see. That's the restraint. That's the pacing for SGH and for M8, realizing how long they can stay in a fight.
Meanwhile, I think what Samurai Gamers Halo wants to do at this point is once they do go for these fights, let's say they do get a few takedowns more, then M8HEXA Dragons and the Killgrowth is again pushing elsewhere on the map. What they want to do is as soon as they get those kills, try to look for other things that they could at least add on to their success in team fights, just so that they get a bit more value out of it.
Oh, wow, look at that. Right after the dragon, that value may go up in up in value. There are sorry about that. Because they're going for a clash in the mid lane right after taking out the Abyssal Dragon. I just love how Relax is being fearless with the Nirvana engaged with the Flicker. I was expecting that playstyle, but not that reckless in the tower range.
Ooh, meanwhile, M8Z getting yet another pickup onto their side. Samurai Gamers Halo, they were trying to go for something in that mid lane, but unfortunately, it didn't quite work out there. It was a bit of a pickup in the form of Relax there.
Okay, so for Relax, I mean, I love what he was going for there with the Flicker in with the Nirvana, but if he wasn't in range of the tower, maybe he would have survived long enough to go for the extra damage. Normally we would see him with an Endure talent on this Jenar, but I guess for SGH, wanted to go for something more aggressive, more creative, you would say.
But still, M8HEXA Dragons, they're definitely having a better time in this game so far. Jaquan, I mean, he's just this Malak, unfortunately, RVP, he constantly has to keep this Killgrowth unchecked. And as a result, Samurai Gamers Halo loses a tad bit out on that team fight power because of this Malak constantly needing to deal with the Killgrowth elsewhere on the map.
And for Killgrowth, I'm kind of worried for SGH because I think at this point, having no trouble farming in our lane, plus M8 getting one Abyssal Dragon. We did see before how the Killgrowth was able to ramp up really well, getting 4 Abyssal Dragons, but now, let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, the balls are doing the works here. As for JDC soaking up some damage, they're focusing on the relays. Okay, immediately removing the Jinner, but the visor has been vulnerable. Left for Hido to go for the cleanup. Jugnar, okay, low on health, gets the heal there. Did use the first skill to cleanse out and again get some speed boost, just ramping things up here. But now Longchen is here going for the wow, okay, hissy fit for the Alice to just shoo away Longchen, but quits. Can he do something here? 1v1. This is bad. This is going to be L'Oreal going for the engage. Okay, shoos away quits with the Flicker.
Yeah, it's trying to go for something a bit more gutsy there, but luckily, Longchen and JDC were in the vicinity. M8 trying to pressure out this mid lane. Efforts getting a bit of damage there. Onto Kits. Relax will be joining the fray though to make sure that defense is kept up for Samurai Gamers, but for how long that turret is, it's pretty much short for this world at this point.
Man, it was such a close call for the Alice. If the concussive rounds did connect, that would have been a nice kill. That would have been a great cleanup for M8, but anything can go wrong here. If you are this tense, I mean this close to entering the finals of the wild card, especially for M8. I mean, they've lost their first match, or I think they want to make things up here in our match 2.
No, looks like Samurai Gamers going to be grouping up once again. Looks like round 3, J-Ray constantly getting the boost onto the rest of SGH just so that they have a much more fluid transition across the map. But yeah, I mean, it's not as explosive as what we saw during Game 1 earlier. Both sides playing it a bit more calculated, more so for M8 having a better time in this game so far.
coming. Okay, looks like the Violet has been a focus here. Longshan oversteps there with Quits, taking down the kill. Okay, they don't have Violet. Now they're going straight for F-Bits. The L'Oreal forcing him out of the fight, and Malik is there for the re-engage. Gets that great knockup, and now for SGH, they're thinking. They're aiming for the kill ground. He did manage to just dash away. I think for the L'Oreal, he's a bit too afraid, but you gotta hand it towards M8D, still making things work here with the kill ground, and Lubu also Visor trying his best to stall. I mean, inviting L'Oreal to re-engage the fight, but in the end, a bit too afraid. They will just eye the Abyssal Dragon for to even things out here. I mean, 3 for 3 trade is okay, but they always want to come out on top.
I think the tricky part here for Samurai Gamers Halo with as to why they've been struggling in these team fights is that there's just a lot of beefier members here are on M8D, Visor, Jaquan, JJC, not to mention Longshan just kind of needs to kite around and maneuver properly. And that's the thing. Once Samurai Gamers Halo tries to go in on these fights, they don't really survive as long enough as they would have wanted so that they could get the optimal damage out there. And that's kind of been hurting them these past few fights.
And now from team fight wise, it's all about getting that nice pressure in the Darkslayer lane so that the members are a bit split up. But MND, they had the advantage there. Alright, we're seeing some action here. JJC trying to make some works here, but okay. Obviously, you want to go for the Violet here. Everyone just went straight for the Violet. Wow. SGH knowing their target.
Yeah, and I think that's something that SGH has to constantly do. If they can get a early pickup of a member before they transition into bigger fights, then it would make things all the more easier for them once they do force the bigger fights.
Man, for M8D, they have to be careful with their positioning, especially the Violet, because if RG, I mean for SGH, if soon as they see one small mistake, go straight for the engage, go for the pickups, and look at the heal coming from that Kilgroth.
Yeah, they kind of need to respect this Kilgroth at the
back
point.
out.
Like we mentioned, he's been constantly left unchecked in this game these past few minutes, but looks like SGH going to help try relieving that by going for a 5-man onto Darkslayer Bronson.
Okay, looks like M8D trying to respond to it. It's a bit too late as Jungner. Can he back away? Can he go for the engage? The stun did connect. Way to go, Alice, to set things up here for his members of SGH as JJC did cleanse away from that. It's very difficult to lock down that Jognar.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and see. The real test here is, can Samurai Gamers Halo utilize this Darkslayer? Because in previous games, we've seen a lot of value off of that. But take note, they're kind of playing from behind right now, so I'm not sure just how far they can push it. And that's going to be the Kilgroth going down right there. All 5 members just take him down just like that. I don't think he saw that coming. That was overkill, man.
I think that was, yeah, overkill, Arctic, but that's what they need to do. At this point, the Kilgroth is like, we got to invest 3 members, guys. I mean, this guy is very hard to kill. He's going to heal. He's going to grow in size. He's going to be very hard and fast in attacking and makes it a huge nuisance for SGH. So they were kind of wise to go for that, but at least for the Kilgroth, Jaquan doing his job.
I think the unfortunate here for Samurai Gamers Halo is they're probably not going to be getting too much value off of this Darkslayer. Just probably a first tier at most. Second tiers, I'd be surprised if they can take any.
Okay, JDC knocked over the air. The Chona trying to get away. One more hit there, and yes! That's going to be the Joker in an ultimate streak going for the Jognar.
That's a second tier taken right there.
Oh, yeah.
M8HEXA Dragons, not best positioning right there.
And also for the Violet, Arctic, we did mention before, Longchain has to be careful with the Violet's position, otherwise he will risk his members being picked off. But I just love this Kilgroth. It did expire. Okay, he did manage to get away from that fight. L'Oreal aiming for the Alice. Concussive rounds did not quite connect from Longchen, but you have to respect that Kilgroth.
Samurai Gamers Halo, I guess they made the most of that Darkslayer within those minutes, but ooh.
Oh, what's happening here?
Might want to kind of recuperate just a bit because they've managed to pull out the gold right now, so that's definitely a stepping stone, but still quite a bit of a way to go.
I mean, the fact that when Jaquan goes Gore Lord, that ultimate is itself a warning signal. I mean, most of the teams what we see, as soon as they see the ultimate from Kilgroth, they just back off, wait for it to expire, prevent him from stacking up those extra seconds so that it's easier for this Kilgroth to be taken down.
Oh man, meanwhile, it's like M8D, they're back on track right now, starting to converge, looking for camps to take away from SGH. RVP might want to back away there.
They're just scanning the map here, Arctic. I mean, they're eyeing for the Abyssal Dragon. Without a doubt, it's right live right now as SGH. What will they do as Jaquan just soloing the Abyssal Dragon? Why not? Because he can, but can he finish it just in time? Because his teammates are dying. They need Jaquan. He goes over the wall as soon as he finishes the third Abyssal Dragon, and that's going to be M8 turning the tide around. Look at Jaquan still surviving from diving 4 members, and now Vegito is trying to finish things off here, getting that kill onto Kilgroth. Wow, what just happened?
And I think that ended in a 4 for 4, but looks like one of these guys is going to go for the ace now.
Last hit finish, battle for ace. What's going to happen? Gino low on health. Pfizer going in for the chase. He goes over the wall with the rest down and flickers in. Dogstop connects. He's low. He dives down. He gets the heal from the first. He's back away for the dash, and he survives the fight.
Wow, Jado, close call right there. But then again, that's a good telltale sign. If anything, Samurai Gamers Halo got lucky there. Luckily for them, Jaycon, he finished the Abyssal Dragon first before transitioning to the fight, but had he gone in earlier, it would have been a different story. It would have been an earlier ace, and I feel like M8HEXA Dragons would have gotten a lot more value by taking down more turrets after.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we saw the Jaquan taking down the Abyssal Dragon, way to go for him. Pops the Gore Lord. Frenzy mode. Just keep hitting him until he just makes the wizard down and at least help his teammates pick things off. Especially Longshen. Again, he was a bit too close to the fight.
Oh man, Samurai Gamers Halo though. Let's go ahead and see. They need to get a pick off once again before transitioning into these bigger fights. Let's see if they can find a target. Lugu is far up, so this could be their chance.
Okay, they had a red on JJC. They read his movements and now chasing them down. Okay, calm down for SGH side. M8, we're actually gonna go for you guys. We're just taunting you here. Okay, Jongnard, you can't lock me down. I'm just gonna annoy you with my first. I have chaos protection, so what are you gonna do to me?
Oh man, 1-3-1 configuration happening right now.
Okay, can he survive though? Let's see. Oh wow, Doc tries to cut him off with his ultimate there. One, he survived. He took down the tower. He is now getting onto the air, but will he survive here? In the end, he did not. But at least he took down the tower. Yep. That's his job. That's his mission. I just need to take down towers. I will die trying, and now he succeeds.
Oh, Jito has to be a bit careful. The visor can help supplement the rest of M8. So let's go ahead and see if SGH can get something out of this. They were able to take down that Kilgroth, but then again, if they can't get a lot more value out of it, then they're still in the sticky situation that they're in. Looks like they will get an Abyssal Dragon as a small consolation blow.
Okay, I mean, 3 Abyssal Dragon counts onto both sides of our teams here. Tower score is 5-4, kill score is 16-13, and this is going to be a pretty long game, Arctic, and it's going to be a very high risk scenario at this point. Death timer is higher, not to mention Kilgroth, kind of hard to kill. Bring 3 members. Okay, thank you very much. I will try and divert the attention to myself so that my team can perhaps take the second Dark Slayer spawning right now.
Yes, and oh, JJC though.
Got a cleanse out there. Chaos protection has been used. Jaquan, okay, he won't be split pushing because he knows that he needs to be there to try and help his team control how things will pan out in the Dark Slayer pit.
Oh man, I think the tricky part here for SGH is when it comes to the 5v5s, they can't really win it because the damage output isn't looking to be enough. And once Jito, let's say, tries to go into supplement damage, like, he instantly falters because he doesn't last long enough.
And I mean, Jito, we didn't mention how Zephyrus can go both ways, build tanky, build AD, but now they need a solid engage onto SGH side. Jina cannot be the one to do that, but at least they have the Malak to they zone out Longshen over that wall. They go over the wall to chase Longshen down, but he survives. This is bad news as Longshen survived the 2-man dive, and I'm focusing onto the Malak. RVP, he's low on health, tries to take the kill, but again Longshen with the mobility goes over that wall, leaving behind kids. And the next side of the map, it's going to be the Zephyrus, just in the top lane. Okay, things look bad here. Great movements from Longshen. We did say all the time that, okay, he has to be careful with his position, But now the mobility is just ridiculous as Chris is focusing on to Jaquan. Okay, Jiddo oversteps there. Okay, long check going on to the Joker. Laughing gas. Finishes up. He has the Ancestral Glory. Will revive just in time. Killgrowth just aiming for the core. Okay, this could be it. M8D finishing the game, but can the Joker do something here? Relax just spawned in. Okay, here comes the defense. Relax with the Jitter. Nirvana is there. Can he take down the Violent? He does. M8D could not finish the game, and SGH going for the defense. Jaquan low on health. Pops that Glory. He will go back in time, regenerates health, goes over the wall, survives for now. But important to note here the challengers that SGH successfully defends M8D.
But for how long? Look at that floor. It's so low at this point. Samurai Gamers Halo, it's a massive struggle for them in this game. And at the end of the day, I think it's only a matter of time unless they can find some miracle to try to wipe out M8D and just go straight towards a finish onto their core. But it's so far off.
This kind of makes me call back our first match, Arctic. Will we see how SGH will behave in this tight situation? Huge pressure on their side, but note that at this point of the game, if they can get 3 members, or at least the majority of the members gone, let's say, or better yet, an ace, they could just make things even here.
But still, M8D, I think the tricky part here at this point is Relax is really not able to dish out as much damage as he would have. And again, like I've been saying, again, it's all about the survivability in these team fights. They're not able to last long enough to dish out the damage that they can. And that's been the cripple that Samurai Gamers Halo has been dealing with at this point. It looks like, oh dear.
Oh yeah, RVP going straight to the heart of the fight, into the Darkslayer area. SGH takes away the Darkslayer, steals it away from M8D. This could be the cleanup that they're looking for. Chris responding with a Joker. Laughing Gas is in play. He will focus on the Violent. What a hit from the Killing Joe! What a hit there by the Joker. Meanwhile, in the bot lane side, Jaquan focusing onto the tower while J-Ray is doing his best to buy time with a stun. And that's going to be a summary of the game there in the Darkslayer pit. Looks like the Joker gets that triple.
Yeah, Samurai Gamers able to get that Darkslayer, but then again, it's still very long off. How can they utilize it? There's still a L'Oreal and Killgrowth that is up. I highly doubt they could go for a high ground in this case, let alone even try to go for a finish. There's still a long way to go here. They managed to prolong it, but for how long?
But they were able to steal away that Darkslayer and make the, again, following an unfortunate trend they had in match 1, not getting any Darkslayer in our second game. So let's see, can they try their best to do something about the situation? Because for Samurai Gamers Halo, they were able to take away their second Abyssal, rather the Darkslayer. They're messing that up. And not just that, also giving a triple, a sweet triple to the Joker.
Samurai Gamers, let's go ahead and see if that will be a feasibility. Broken so far. Looks like, from what I'm seeing here, M8HEXA Dragons is clearing out from what they can, because everyone is pretty much up to a item lock at this point. If anything, I'm only seeing the Alice nearing the completion of her last item. So goes the Chog normally. This is support basically, but for everyone else that is of carry or tank status, it's pretty much good to go already.
Alright, wrapping it up here. Oh, Jiddo. I like how he's going for the engagement. Immediately goes for the Violet. What just happened there for M8D? He's back from the dead, goes back to the grave. Jiddo just secures him with a death from above. And now without any Violet here for M8D for the damage. Now they're focusing on the Killgrowth.
Not bad coming in from Samurai Gamers Halo. That's what they constantly need to be doing. Get those big offs before they transition into bigger team fights. And looks like Jito is on fire right now. Wants to go for Jaquan. Will he get him though?
Core Lord has been popped by Jaquan. Can he survive there? He does not. Juggernaut does respond. Can he dash out in time? He does, but in the end, Jito just cuts him off there. And Malak is going for that dive. The members of SGH going in and out. Look at the shield coming for the Alice. Look at the Malak doing his best there. Oh, Jid attacking too much hits there, but limited quits for the backline damage.
And this could be it. Samurai Gamers Halo. Those are a lot of deaths on the side of M8HEXA Dragons right now. Let's see what can they go for. JJC, oh no!
What was he thinking there, Arctic?
Not quite sure, my friend. Not quite sure.
But he was going for something, I bet. He was trying his best to stall? maybe, or make a miracle happen. But man, that's going to be a great call for SGH. They did manage to wipe out 3 members. This kind of takes me back where M8, they were really good on the defense. Now SGH, they're struggling to end this game. But if ever they cannot, M8, knowing how they've played their first set of matches, they were able to defend this long and were able to end the game in their favor, forcing a 3rd game. But now, can they repeat the same miracle they had in this match too?
Yeah, Samurai Gamers, they really need to try to push for things, and that's what I've been talking about, wherein sure they could get pickoffs, but they need to try to look for ways they could get added more value, because gold doesn't really count at this point. It's mostly the turrets that you really want to go for in this game. You can clear out as many camps as you want, unless it's a Dark Slayer or a buff. It doesn't really tend to amount to anything.
Oh man, look at that gold we're reaching right at 73,000 Arctic and the 26-minute mark. Everyone at this point is pretty much stacked up. I think the really important buff here right now is the Dark Slayer and also picking up Jaquan on his kill grab. He is really hard to kill.
He is very, very hard to kill. And I think M8, they've kind of learned from that mistake earlier of Longshen overstepping. If you notice, they're a little bit more cautious as far as how they go up about. Actually, not just Longshen, even with the Shognar earlier being picked off. So I think that's something that they might need to take into account, because every time they get picked off, it just allows Samurai Gamers Halo those advantages to live up to their win condition.
And now this will be the, wow, 8 Dark Abyssal Dragons spawning right now. And it has been secured by M8.
Oh, Jaquan. It's like, whoa, back away.
Everyone at this point, I think the key carries have a second life, but depending how they're positioned, they have to be careful. And now for M8, going for a stall game, I think for M8, they're pretty much a team that plays really well in these situations. I mean, you put them in a wall, tense up the atmosphere, they will perform. I mean, we did see the same behavior in our match 1. I just love how M8 is playing this defense, but for SGH, really just pushing them further down the lane as they're trying to end this match point game.
Oh, M8, they're starting to group up together, potentially might look for a fight. Samurai Gamers having the fortitude to back away though.
It's going to be a tight spot if M8 loses at least the Violet. So now you can see how they're moving as a squad. They're not letting Longshen overextend himself so that he's vulnerable towards the stun from the Alice and a follow-up from the Jinnar. And now the Dark Slayer will spawn in 8 seconds.
Whoa.
I guess JJC has been a victim there, using the Chaos Protection to get out of that CC lock from SGH. They did take away the Spirit Sentinel.
Oh.
Joker is in the other side of the map. Same with the kill drop. Going for JJC. Knocks him out. Okay, Longshen. What are you going to do here? Going for the damage on the relax. Look at RVP. Knocking up. No one there, but at least there was the zone from the Maddox damage. And Longshen eyeing Jiddle. Quits. Here he comes from the backline, aiming to see where's the Violet. I need to do something here. Take down the key here. Okay, Jaquan going to party. He goes straight into the backline of SGH. Pumps the Gorlord, but quits. He doesn't care. He's still alive. And Central Glory has been pumped. Everyone diving under the tower. One member down. A domino effect. It is crunch time for M8. As for SGH, just trying to end it here, but they did manage to survive for now. Visor is low. Can he survive? Stuns connect. No killing blow. Oh, quits. You're low on health, but in the end, he does survive thanks to the Alice shield.
What a prolonged fight right there, but Jaquan, ooh, he's quite far from home here. Take note, Gino doesn't have mana though. A lot of the members are pretty much lost out a lot of firepower there, so it's time for Samurai Gamers Halo. Gonna take the safer route, gonna retreat for now, but man, this game is going quite long, Vulcan. We're already heading into 30 minutes. I think this is the longest game that we've had yet in the Valor Cup so far. From Season 1, Season 2, I don't recall a game going more than 30 minutes from what we've managed to cast.
Let's go for 40 minutes, Arctic. Woo! Let's go for it. I mean, for M8, you can see that they don't want to give up here. And let's hope that in their endeavors, they do succeed. But for SGH, the squad from the Philippines trying their best. I mean, man, they are really not going to lose this one. They're really trying their best to stall. Now, SGH, they're thinking, what do we do now? I mean, we did everything we can, but M8, they're just not flinching at this point. They're standing strong on their ground. on both feet. This will be Kilgrowth in the Abyssal Dragon lane. It did spawn just now, but SGH, they don't care about it. They just want to take control in the Dark Slayer.
Yeah, Dark Slayer. Man, this is going to be big. Samurai Gamer Halo, they have to be careful here.
Oh, close call for Longchen. You did see Malak and the Joker waiting in the brush side there. Okay. Core has fully regenerated, so that's a nice thing for SGH. But this will be their last high ground tower. Longchen, oh my god, that was the stun that SGH was looking for. And M8D, they're trying to compensate, but this is going to be very hard. Look at Quits doing his best to just deal the backline damage. Longchen again, getting picked up with a stun.
Man, all hail our Lord and Savior Jido for Samurai Gamers Halo. He's keeping the dream alive for the Philippine squad at this point. I was almost expecting that could have been M8HEXA Dragons finishing off the game. They had the Dark Slayer, but man, that was insane. Able to get the pick off onto Longchen. Just how many lives does SGH have in this game?
I think for SGH, they're just doing the same thing as M8D. I don't want to lose this game because it's either you guys give up or we give up. It's not about who does better. It's about who tires out sooner. I mean, it's a test of endurance and test of stamina because they better powder up their hands here for a long game, Arctic.
Oh, take note. Jaquan and Visor buying out Ancestral Glory. So
oh my god,
this is going to be a challenge for SGH.
This will be a challenge for M8D also in terms of positioning. And now I think they're waiting on Violet's Ancestral Glory. Oh, she did sell it, so I mean it's on cooldown, so might as well not keep it, get that extra damage. Longshen, you better be careful with your positioning here. As for M8D, okay, moving as a squad, they're going to the Sentinel side. It is going to spawn soon. Okay, what's going to happen here? Kilgrowth in the bot lane. Just controlling the wave. That's the last high ground tower, Arctic. I mean, they wanted to at least take it down. Get more waves pushing in their favor.
And M8D looks like they're trying to look for a potential pick off any member of SGH that might overextend their boundaries. Jido, you're in trouble, my friend. Ooh, he makes the escape though.
Quick dash, it's okay. That's his quick fix. But he cannot afford another luck like that. It will run out. And okay, SGH not entering the jungle just yet. But they know that things are looking pretty obvious for M8D because they're not any in other lane, but we do see the Kilgrowth in the bot lane. Okay, they're going for the lane game here. Just let the minions do the work here, the creeps do the work here to just push out the waves. Okay. Longchen outshot again. Jido, I mean, he's going for the great engages here, going on to the Violet, but that's going to be a penalty in this one where SGH Quits is doing his best to catch up to his team. Going for the damage, what's Relax going in with the Nirvana, going for the damage. M8D, what are they doing here? As Jido will be on a bloodbath, leaving behind Longchen. He survives right now. Jido going in for the knockup, but does get shocked by Longchen. He's still alive, and not long for the Alice. And I think for SGH, they found their target. They have taken down the Violet. This is going to be it, Arctic. This is the ace. And I think for SGH, can they end this?
Yes, looks like RVP gonna have to tank up those first initial shots because even though those are heavy death timers, there's not a single high ground turret taken from M8HEXA Dragons just
Death
yet.
timers, let's see.
Oh no.
Okay. We're going 40 minutes, Arctic, because we're seeing efforts spawning in 1 second. Jaquan is live in 4. Not long enough, it'll be JJC entering in 7 seconds.
Yeah,
buckle up your seats here, challengers, because this will not be the end here. As for M8HEXA Dragons, okay, the high ground tower did not get destroyed. That's going to be another delay there by SGH. Let's go.
There was hesitation earlier that could have been taken down if they had not hesitated within those, what, 2 to 3 seconds of allowing RVP to tank those initial few shots. So, such a shame. And you have to take note, all 3 high ground turrets are down from Samurai Gamers Halo. It's like they're playing difficulty. It's like the difficulty is amplifying every single minute for SGH as far as how far they could push defending, keeping this game going for them.
Keep it alive. They are trying their best to just stall out. I mean, timing is everything here, Arctic, and I think the Dark Slayer can change some of that, also pickups, but I really want to see Longshin being wary of those walls, because limited, death from above, you just have to be careful. Leaping into the battlefield, going for that high priority target.
I'm wondering, can SGH try to go for something here? Take note, there's a lot of Ancestral Glories down from the side of M8HEXA Dragons, so this could be an opportunity that they could take advantage. Looks like L'Oreal does have her Ancestral Glory up already.
Oh man. Jinx there. Now it's going to be the Dark Slayer spawning right now. SGH, what are you gonna do? Because MAD already called dibs. They're hiding in the brush side. Where are you guys? Let's just reel in the bait. Okay, great scout there from the Joker. Spots out the L'Oreal. And JJC says hello to JJC. And okay, what's happening here? They're split up around the map. You can see a fight happening on the left side, but you see a fight happening. Longshin going for the backline. Is this wise? SGH, they're getting ganked by Longshin. And what was he thinking? Going for the backline. Easy target, easy go. Ancestral Glory has to be up there. RP, okay, kited out. He's still alive, but J-Ray misses the violet. RVP now facing an Airfits. And the Golem's nothing there. Jaquan with... Okay, I thought everyone was dead, but why are they coming back alive? Man, that Ancestor Golem is very hard to track, because I thought members are dead. They're back from the dead and now alive. It's like a mini reset as the minions, the creeps, are now flooding into the base.
How is Cheeto still alive after all of that?
That's what I want to know. Okay, finally a confirmed kill coming from SGH Jeddah. Making another confirmed kill, making a double. Is that a kill? I don't think it is.
Oh, but
that's going to be the Ancestor popping in here. Okay, L'Oreal did survive that initial damage. Okay, the minions. Oh, wait. Clear out the waves, SGH, because looks like the minions may do the work here. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Close call.
SG8 survives yet another day, ladies and gentlemen, but the difficulty continues to amp up for the Philippine squad. Dark Slayer is still up for the taking. Looks like JJC slowly making his way. He has plans along with this L'Oreal. Let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here, though. Ooh, might have overextended his boundaries here, though. The Chagnar needs to back away for now.
Okay, Dark Slayer has been started by SGH. Quick to respond here. What's gonna happen? A steal perhaps did not happen for MAD, but still for SGH, they did manage to take away the Dark Slayer. Now the Spirit Sentinel is next.
Okay, that's something that they can definitely work with here amidst the difficulty of having 3 high ground turrets taken from their side. Let's go ahead and see what the Philippine squad will be doing right now. M8HEXA Dragons, they could probably just proceed with making sure all these waves are pushed out. They have naturally heavier pushing waves across all lanes in their favor, so that's definitely something that SGH has to contend with. If anything, I'd be surprised if they could find a way to maximize the benefit of having Dark Slayer on them right now.
Yeah, I think they can, Artie, because they need to clear up those waves. I mean, crashing into the base. And now, SGH, this will be their 3rd Dark Slayer buff on their hands. Let's see how they will make things work here, as L'Oreal has been pincered here. Flicker in, knocks up, connects. This is bad for MAD, as Jigo again with a decisive play takes down L'Oreal.
Holy cow. I think Samurai Gamers, that's the opening that they've been looking for. That L'Oreal is down. It's going to be a 4v5 at this point. Can MAD go for the defense?
Okay, it's still not yet over, because every time it's a 4v5, you'd expect the Valor to do some works here as the Chog. Wow, the Chognar tried his best here. What an instant delete onto Killcross. He did have the Ancestral Glory, but still, he immediately gets chopped out because of what? The Dark Slayer buff is in the hands of SGH, now picking up the members one by one. This is it, I think, Arctic, because Chino gets the sweet double. Is it over? Yes, it is. It's the ace of the game as SGH takes away this match.
What an insane game. Team Philippines, Samurai Gamers Halo gonna get 2-0 in our best of 3 for today for match 2. Effectively granting them a 1-up in our round robin.
How many minutes was that? 40 minutes game. What a game. What a game that was for SGH plus M8HEXA MAD rather.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot.
Take a breather, man. Take it all in.
Yeah, so what just happened there? I think it was, in my opinion, was the Dark Slayer buff being just too powerful at that point of the game.
Yeah, and you saw how, I think that showing right there just goes to show why it was so powerful. Like earlier, if you remember, like there were moments like minutes before when they couldn't even take down the kill growth right away. They couldn't take down the, I think that was the Lubu as well right away earlier. But in that last clash earlier when both of them were going in onto all the members of Samurai Gamers Halo, so they had that amplified damage. So instant delete right there, as you mentioned earlier. And
I was pretty shocked.
Woo.
I mean, he got popped.
Exactly.
1 second in, done. And then he goes back there. Hey, I'm back. Done again. So the amplified damage is just ridiculous. Oh man, I thought. Well, I think it all started with L'Oreal being a bit too extended.
Yeah, exactly.
If I recall.
She was overextended, couldn't make her way out of there through the fancy footwork that she had, because Samurai Gamers, it was just a very fluid collapse, not to mention very, very, very extended late game. And I think it was just Arena of Ancestral Glories that was happening all across all those team fights. Who had their Ancestral Glory up? Who could have prolonged it? I felt like it was much more beneficial to Samurai Gamers Halo though, because it was because of those Ancestral Glories, especially for Jido, that really allowed them to contend in those team fights that otherwise should have gone in M8HEXA's favor.
You know what I love about Jido's with his play with Zephys? It was the fact that those crucial engages were on point to what? The Violet. We saw it before in the bot lane, but I think we should see what's gonna happen when I think the way the game was playing, everyone had full lock items.
Yeah.
I mean, 40 minutes is more than enough with 100k gold total.
Whew, I'm wondering still who our MVP is. I feel like any of those members on Samurai Gamers Halo could have been MVP, not just Jido, because everybody was able to just come together within those last few clashes to really make things happen for them. And it was a true test of endurance, man. I mean, we've been talking about, okay, so now we have the stats right here. So it looks like it's going to be Kits that reflects as our MVP of the game. In all fairness, that Joker really did work. I'm actually surprised that he only has 3 deaths. I feel like I was expecting a hell lot more, but by some miracle actually has that less.
And as for the damage, I will also hand it towards Jido with his engages, but leave it to the Malak to deal that true damage with really percentage team fights. I think that's what the pro players pointed out. Despite the slight nerfs, we still see the value in this Malak pick.
Yeah, and he actually has 2 deaths as well, so
Jesus.
I think a lot of the deaths were mostly centered onto Relax, because that's what I was talking about earlier. That was a struggle that SGH had, wherein Jido, Relax, during the early and mid game, they weren't able to last long enough when they did dive in, but late game was definitely their time to shine.
I mean, late game was everyone's time to shine, not just the crucial moments, but also the moments where I think there was one time, as Arctic said, the Arena of Ancestral Glory, because I think I saw one point where SGH did walk over a corpse and he just rose up from there. Oh wait, he's alive. He went back to it and finishes him off.
It's like there's an Ancestral Glory. Oh wait, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one.
It's like it was a 10 versus 10 fight. I mean, second life is very important and can really throw off the momentum pushing in the enemy team.
So there you have it, guys. That was match 2 against Samurai Gamers Halo, getting their first win. Can they get another one to secure their slot in the finals? I guess we'll find out in just a bit. We have been your casters, Arctic starts with me, it's Vulcan. This is the AOV Valor Cup Season 2 Wild Cards. Let's see who could keep their dream alive. But catch you guys in a bit for Game 3.